Pisces, beautiful Pisces. This week is super intense. And there's a lot of energy around relationships, sexuality, attraction, power, freedom. So a lot of your buttons are being poked. And you know what you're like now? I'm saying this because I have 5, actually more, many planets in Pisces. A lot of Pisces in me, even though I'm an Aries with Leo rising and Mars in Aries. So I know that we're deeply feeling beings. You're deeply feeling fishy, but you can change your mind sometimes. Because you can get overwhelmed by other people's emotions, you know. I mean, emotions are contagious for everyone, but you pick up everything. You walk into a room and you kind of sense things. You can sense the atmosphere. I would imagine, even if people had an argument an hour ago and you walked in the room, you would sense it. You are super psychic and super empathetic and super compassionate, but also very vivid imagination. So you've got to keep your psychic skills on point this week. Otherwise, you could lose yourself in a delicious but somewhat worrying connection. Not necessarily worrying, but certainly very intense. We kick off with Mercury square Saturn. So Saturn's in your career zone, Mercury's in your relationship zone. You're very intent on talking to people about how your emotional dynamic is going, how the relationship's going. If you're at work and someone's just being controlling, you're like, hang on a minute, you know, let's look at the emotional side of this. And they're like, not interested. And then you're like, you know, you could have an extreme reaction to that. With Jupiter opposed, but having said that, it's very good for you. If you're doing any work connected to relationships, you're very good at getting stuck in and being very serious about your work. On the 28th, Jupiter is opposing Uranus, and this is a big deal. It creates a desire for freedom. And for you, Jupiter is in your position of power, powerlessness, and sexuality and primal energy. And Uranus is in your sort of security zone. There may be a part of you that is very intense at the moment. There may be a part of you that doesn't want to rely on someone else financially, or you may feel that someone's relying on you financially. Or there may be something to do with power in a dynamic, and you're like, no, I don't want that anymore. I'm letting that go. I want to be free. I want to be in my power. And while that enthusiasm is fabulous and fantastic and good for you, just be careful that you don't cut ties that don't need to be cut, because often there's no going back after that. In other good news, Pluto, has the Lord of intensity and primal energy, has been going retrograde, connected to your tribe. It's in your social zone, so you may have had to deal with issues to do with people from the past that you used to be close to, or you felt old patterns of behaviour repeating themselves. That's changing now, and it could lead you into your power when it comes to groups of people and feeling more powerfully connected and able to achieve more stuff. Now, the big news for you this week is when Venus opposes Neptune, your ruler in your sign. Venus is in your relationship zone, and so there is the opportunity for incredible intensity this week. Maybe you meet someone and you dive into them, or you look at them and you feel like, I've known you for eternity. And there's some intense soul connections. But bear in mind, this is an opposition. It could be, I mean, nobody's saying that what you feel is not true, but it might not be appropriate for this life. It might not be appropriate for right now. It may be that that person hasn't got the pure heart that you've got. There may be some deception. There may be things there that you're not seeing, and you're like going, oh, I'm just going to embrace this and chuck myself in. Now, I admire that. It's the sort of thing I would do if I was single. But it's like there's a part of you that you haven't got any filter to make good judgment, but you are experiencing something pretty intense, spiritual and out there. So just be cautious. I would still have, well, I've got to be careful what I say here, because some Pisces are going to be attracted to people wholly inappropriate who are compulsive liars. Others are going to meet people who they have a past life connection with, and it's all very intense. It may be that you reconnect to your partner and you have really deep, intense levels of intensity. It's going to vary from each fishy to each fishy. So you have to look into that situation. Yes, feel the deep feelings. Don't kind of do anything in a moment of elation. Wait a week and see how you feel then. Mercury is shifting signs and bringing you into your power. You're very charismatic. You're very sensual. You're very good at dealing with money in a way that you are not necessarily normally good at dealing with. You are oozing charm and charisma from a really deep space. And also you can look at people and you can go, I know exactly what's going on with you. So maybe wait until after the 30th so you've got a clear view of any amazing intimate experiences you have. And it actually doesn't even have to be just a lover. You could meet a friend that ends up being a lifelong friend, or you can meet someone and you could feel great about that friendship, but they're not all that they seem. Use your beautiful, magnificent psychic skills to navigate this week. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon. Hello, wonderful one. Thank you so much for listening. It would be fabulous if you liked, subscribed, or shared. It would be really, really helpful. Also, I have a ton of free stuff for you. Horoscope.co.uk for everything astrology, and michelleknight.com for everything psychic and free tarot reading. See you there.